What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. So let me get started here and then explain what I'm doing. So I put the car in drive and waiting for the little symbol to pop up, and now we can start it up and see if the car can get out of this parking spot for us. And it did a good job there. I parked a normal distance from that person so that they could get out. So what I want to do today, we're still on 10.11.2, and I have not had the best experience with this build. This is only my second video on this one, just mostly because I've been busy with other stuff, but my first video, my kind of initial impressions, went really poorly. One of my worst builds in a while, but a lot of people online, especially on Twitter that I'm seeing, are saying they're having a great time with this. They're getting a lot of zero disengagement drives where their car is driving them point A to point B and they're doing nothing. And that sounds awesome, and I wish I had that, but it's just not been my experience in my daily driving. I do a lot of driving with beta outside of recording YouTube videos. So going through this roundabout, we actually moved that yield pretty nicely. It was a little awkward, but we didn't stop for it, which is good. And going to this left turn here. So what I want to do is I just started back at that house, kind of like I was at those houses, like I was parked there, like that's where I lived. And I want to go to the store. So I actually do have to go to Home Depot. So that's our final destination. I did put in downtown Ann Arbor as well, though, just because I think going straight to Home Depot would be really boring. And it would involve the highway, and taking this route, I'm not sure if we'll hop on the highway or not, but either way, we're going to go downtown, like we have some errands to do, and then we're going to go to Home Depot after that, and we'll see how 10.11.2 is performing. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and get subscribed. I would really appreciate that. But my overall sentiment of this build so far is that it hasn't been behaving very well. Now, I did discover that on my initial impressions drive, so okay, so far so good here, getting into the correct lane, that's nice to see, that if you watched a few videos ago, I talked about switching to chill in the full self-driving beta profile and staying there because it was working so well for me. Well, I still think that's the case, whether it's true or not. It seems that way to me. And I discovered that I was actually in average for that initial impressions video. And I don't know if I was playing around and changed it, or it changed itself, you know, between updates or something. But I have changed it back to chill, and we'll see if that helps. Although I have been on chill now for a while, and still I'm getting a lot of goofiness. So, all right, let's head downtown and see how the car does with some more complex stuff, and then a normal, like, you know, we're driving to the store. It's just a normal drive here, rather than the crazy like YouTuber thing of like trying the hardest stuff and seeing where it messes up and all that, which is fun as well. But you know, it's nice to see how it does in normal daily driving in scenarios where people are really going to be using it. So we do have a person here, and the car, yeah, kind of touching the brakes a bit. I don't know if he wanted to go or what he's waiting for. I don't know if we were supposed to stop for him or not. The car kind of, you know, hesitated just a tiny bit, but he's still, I see him back there, he's still waiting and there's no car, so I'm not sure if he wanted to go or not. So now we do have a person, but of course the car stopped in front of us, and we're going to take this left turn. And we'll see how the car does. Things like normal left turns, like the left turning kind of radius and all that, have been good. Like that was a little fast, like in a good way. Like that was really nice. It's just, I don't know, the car seems to pick a lot of incorrect lanes. Right, so we just had the screen kind of freeze there for a second. I'm not sure if that affected how the car was driving or anything. This person to our left is a little close to us, and my car does want to move to the left because we have a left turn coming up, so we should slow down and put the turn signal on. And now we finally do. There's a Model S next to us, and we didn't have time to move over. So I think this is our left turn, right? No, our left turn's still coming up. So we have time. If we go fast, we can turn left in front of this person. It's a green light, and there's just a lot of people kind of all in our way. So we'll see how the car handles this. Now, this is a challenging situation, and if the car was to, you know, mess it up or miss the turn, like that happens, that kind of stuff happens. What my, you know, bigger concern for me has been on this build is it's just a lot of the things seem like they should be pretty simple tasks, and the car is just not handling them. So put the blinker on, and the cars next to us don't really care about that. So let's see. Oh yeah, nice speed up and change lanes. Awesome. So we had a lot of room there. The person back there ended up making a left turn and kind of getting out of our way. So handled really well. And then this is our left turn. So we need to slow down a little bit. And whoa, freaking out a little bit and just stopping. So I had to tap the accelerator there. I think I'm going to count it. I'm actually not sure if I actually tapped it, but the person behind us was still coming. They were not turning, so I wanted to get out of the way. So yeah, I think I tapped it there. But so like here, oh, are you gonna fix it? Yeah. So I had, I had recorded some of this earlier, but some of my footage got messed up, and I've been having a lot of problems with this GoPro 10, like the latest GoPro. All right, another video. When I recorded this before on this part, I had the recording on my phone so you could see the screen. My car chose to get into the left turn lane and then kind of corrected itself. So a lot of weirdness like that. But this time, it seems like it's probably going to handle it better. Still, okay, yeah, so it's confused. You can tell, yeah, it's kind of going back and forth like it doesn't know where it should be. So we'll report it, even when the right turn signal will kind of indicate it's trying to get in the correct lane. But yeah, so mess that up. And then we need to turn right at the next street up here. So again, like we're like in the middle of the road. Okay, this is actually handled pretty nicely. We went around that person that seems like they're parking. Wow, maybe the car was like, kind of like preempting that. So this drive so far has actually been really good. So maybe you can disregard my complaints, but that's been my experience with this build so far. Whereas the older builds, I don't know, things were like being handled really well. So right turn signal is on, going a little slow here. Yeah, kind of hitting the brakes. So like we're waiting way far back. I'm waiting for the person behind me to honk because they're, thinking, what are you doing so far back here? Now we'll be waiting for couple pedestrians here. Let's see what happens. So now we should go immediately. Okay, it took a second, but we went. So that was actually pretty good. Again, handled pretty well. And then let's see. So this is the end of our route here. So I'm going to let's wait. All right, so waiting. No one's behind me, so I'm just kind of seeing how we're handling this. So waiting here. This is the end of the route. So let me turn beta off and move forward here, and then it will allow us to continue trip. And as soon as it gets the new route in there, I will turn beta back on. I can just, I gotta keep going, someone's behind me. And there you go, there's beta again with the new route, so we're stopping, and we shouldn't be. There you go, continue. I think it's probably, I don't know, maybe finishing up that last route. I'm just totally guessing as to why it was stopping there. And then of course somebody walked in front of us. But before they were there, we were stopping. So, left turn here, see how we handle this. So moving up to the line pretty well. And we should go after these two cars clear, unless these people walk in front of us, I don't know. And so like it was our turn to go, but I guess because there were cars in the intersection in the way, that person's like, I'm not stopping at the stop sign. Oh, come on, go, please, don't be so awkward. Okay. So I reported it. I did not have to intervene that time, but like normally if I wasn't recording a video, of course I would have just tapped the accelerator there. But this is not the worst I've seen. This is actually not handling too poorly. People in the crosswalk to the left there, so this is fine. Like we should wait back here. You don't want to be like driving on up to people. And then now we should go. Come on, go, go, go. Oh, it's so awkward. Okay, I'm tapping the accelerator. Come on, you missed the whole light. So like that, and now we're stopping. Like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Why are you stopping? Like we're stopped. We're stopped right here. Nobody's behind us, so okay, I'm gonna tap the accelerator because like why are we stopped there in the middle of the road? So this is the kind of things I'm seeing. Now we're in the left turn lane. We should be in the right turn lane. Slamming the brakes. Oh, buddy. And is this person gonna walk in front of us? I can't tell if they have a stop symbol. So we should be going. So go. Okay, no, we can't because of that person. So that was actually a pretty decent move there. And as soon as these people clear, and this person to my left like really wants to go. So okay, I gotta tap the accelerator. The car is just like doing this. It's just kind of going, stopping. And it's like, I don't know if it's because there's so many people around, but we have the right of way. When we have room, we gotta move out of the way because we're gonna, be holding up traffic in multiple directions when you do that. So that's the kind of stuff I'm seeing with this build. I don't know. Beta's been awkward like forever, but this build has just been a little more awkward for me and having more problems in places that I thought were doing better. So I saw a person over here. Yeah, they are walking towards the road. Oh yeah, we got an alarm for them, but the car decided to go through. So we'll report it. I think when things alarm like that, that is still sent to Tesla, but we'll report it just in case. And then a hard brake there because of this person walking up, I assume. And then inching up to the stop sign, so lots of weirdness. And that person to our left, okay, we're good. There's a lot going on, a lot of people and cars and everything everywhere. So yeah, all right, continuing on. We're moving out of that was the heavy part of downtown. So hopefully the car can kind of wrangle it in from here as things calm down a little bit. Whoa, is that what we're supposed to be doing? Holy moly. I didn't have the map out. Okay, I guess that's right. It just was weird. No turn signal. It was a hard turn. What? So the car navigated through that parking lot, and I think we're on the sidewalk now. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. No, we went into the road and stopped. Like, again, of course there's nobody coming or I wouldn't have let that happen, but what are you doing? So, oh yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. The car is just not having a good time. It does not like being by cones, and I have some cones by my house. There's some construction going on, and it's so annoying because it's normally 2 lanes like this, but that lane is cut off with the cones. So there's cones, you know, right here. Well, every time a left lane opens up or like a turnaround lane opens up, my car moves into that lane because it's trying to get away from the cones, and it's just, it's awful. It can't like function there at all. So really nicely going around that bend. We haven't had, you know, any problems in a while. So as long as you have no turns and no cars around you and no pedestrians, Beta is perfect. It's pretty amazing. All right, heading for this right turn here. Shouldn't be a problem. Coming in a little fast, but I actually don't mind it, and then braking way too hard after. So like what? Why did you like almost come to a stop? So like that kind of stuff. And you know, I joke around. You know, I'm still like amazed by Beta. Don't get me wrong. We have problems. We need to fix them. But come on, guys. We're trying to get robo-taxis here by the end of 2019. We're trying to get robo-taxis here by the end of 2022. So these little problems, you know, we got to get them fixed up in the next few months to get everything ready to get shipped out here. All right, so we have another right turn coming up. We got to move over here. So, oh boy. Like this kind of stuff. So I guess, you know, Tesla recently switched in 10.11-ish, I think. So very recently switched from, they're basically relying less on the map data for picking lanes and more on the visuals. So that could kind of account for, you know, part of why the car gets confused as it gets closer, or gets confused, and then as it gets closer, kind of figures it out. It can read, you know, those markings and things better. But yeah, I don't know. For now, it's worse. But that's kind of like how Beta has been. They change the way they do something or interpret something or process something, and it gets worse when they first changed it, but it leads to it being better than it was before at its best. So, you know, you hope in another few versions. We should have 10.12 coming soon, whatever that means. It's been like almost a month without an update, and Musk has mentioned 10.12. Usually updates are out within a week or so since he mentions them, and this weekend will be like a week and a half since he mentioned it. So hopefully that'll be soon. And then version 11 is like, what is going on? It exists out there. It's being used by employees and testers, but I guess in very small number, and nobody knows exactly what it's going to bring besides like single stack, which, you know, even that, who knows what that means. So this guy's turning left. I think a normal person would have probably changed lanes, but the car waited, which, like, whatever. We do have a left turn coming up. There was someone coming up, although from the distance I had when I first saw his left turn signal, I definitely, you know, had time to go around him. So no biggie. I'm holding the steering wheel here. So here's our left turn. You can get over there, please. And we will wait for the light. I just love the visual at intersections like this. There is just so much information displayed on this screen, tracking all kinds of cars. That is a car driving through that parking lot there on the left that turned blue for a second. You have cars on the right, left, in front of you, behind you. I mean, it's just so cool to see all of that. Okay, now we get the green arrow. That was weird. I thought we got skipped there for a second. I was hoping we'd have a green and like have to yield to cross traffic, but that's all right. Those types of turns, I mean, it's impressive. Like the car took a left turn by itself. I did nothing. So when it does things right, it's just like stupidly impressive. But then when it does things wrong, you're kind of like, oh, come on, man. Like that was pretty simple, at least to a human anyway. All right, so moving over here, this is correct, but no turn signal, which is interesting, and then some kind of hard braking, which was unnecessary. So we'll report it, and now we got the turn signal. No turn on red. New. Right lane must turn right, no turn on red. So, all right, so as I said, I've been having some GoPro troubles, and this is where my GoPro decided to cut out, which is the source of my audio and, of course, the source of my in-cabin recording. But we did have the roof cam still on, and my phone was still direct recording the screen, so we'll finish it up like this. Here are the stats of the drive. I did have one final disengagement right here where the GoPro cut out, because the car still cannot read no right turn on red sign, so it did try to turn right at this red light. I just turned beta back on as soon as the light turned green, so the rest of the drive that you see all the way up to Home Depot is full self-driving beta doing everything. It pulled into the parking lot and got us up to basically facing the building, right where the navigation ended, and then I took over and parked in the parking spot. GoPro, this is a Hero 10. It's new. I just can't believe I'm having all these problems, so I'm going to have to contact them and figure something out in the meantime. But I'm hoping version 10.12 comes out soon and fixes the problems I've been seeing. Who knows why it is so variable for everybody with all these different updates. But hopefully we're getting there. Hopefully all these interventions are helping Tesla. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and you will see me in the next video.
So Autopilot and I are happily driving along